You're standing inside the largest empire Africa has ever produced, richer than most of Europe. In one afternoon, it will vanish forever. This is the Songhai Empire in the year 1591, stretching across West Africa along the great bend of the Niger River. At its heart sits Timbuktu, a city of gold, libraries, and universities, while much of Europe still struggled to read. Generations earlier, this same gold made the Mali Emperor Mansa Musa the richest man in history. Now, Songhai ruled the land. Caravans cross the desert to trade here. Gold flows north, salt flows south, and whoever controls this river controls a fortune. Far to the north in Morocco, one man can't stop thinking about that gold, Sultan Ahmad al-Mansur. He dreams of an empire of gold to rival the Ottomans. One bold gamble could pay for it all. But between his throne and that gold lies the Sahara, the largest, deadliest hot desert on earth. Everyone tells him it's madness. No army can march 1,000 miles across that ocean of sand and live. But al-Mansur has something the Songhai have never seen on a battlefield: gunpowder, muskets, and cannon, in an age when Songhai still fights with spears, swords, and horsemen. He gives his army to an unlikely commander, Judah Pasha, born in Europe, captured as a child and raised to serve the Moroccan crown. Around 4,000 men set out, soldiers, gunners, and thousands of camels, into the open furnace. Local guides lead them from one hidden oasis to the next. Many men will never see the far side. The desert is merciless. The sun cooks them, the water runs dry, and men and animals collapse where they stand. For months they march. By the time they reach the Niger River, nearly half of them are dead. But the survivors walk out of the sand alive, appearing from a direction the Songhai believed no army could. Word reaches the Songhai Emperor, Askia Ishak II. He isn't afraid. He's insulted. He raises an army that dwarfs the invaders, by most accounts, tens of thousands of warriors and cavalry. Some say they outnumber the Moroccans more than 10 to 1. On paper, this is impossible to lose. On the 13th of March, 1591, the two armies meet on a dusty plain called Tondibi. The Songhai form a vast crescent of spearmen and horsemen, proud, certain this will be over fast. Then they unleash their secret weapon, a living one. They drive a massive herd of cattle straight at the Moroccan line, hoping to trample the invaders into the dirt. And then comes a sound no Songhai soldier has ever heard: the thunder of 1,000 guns firing as one. The cattle panic. They wheel around in blind terror and stampede back into the Songhai ranks, crushing the men who drove them. In seconds, the great army's front dissolves into chaos. The gunners reload and fire again. Cannonballs punch through the crowd. Songhai courage means nothing now. Spears and arrows can't touch men killing them from far away. The lines break. Tens of thousands turn and flee. The largest army in Africa is shattered before sundown. A few hundred guns have just undone an empire that took a century to build. The Moroccans march on the cities. Gao falls. Then Timbuktu is taken and looted. Its renowned scholars, among the most learned people alive, are arrested and dragged back across the desert to Morocco. The Songhai Empire, the largest in African history, splinters apart and never rises again. But here's the strange part. Morocco won the battle and lost almost everything it came for. The empire was simply too far away. Ruling it from across the Sahara proved impossible, and the river of gold slowed to a trickle. The stranded soldiers stopped obeying Morocco. They settled along the Niger and became warlords in a land of their own. Two great powers had bled each other dry over gold, and West Africa would never be the same. All of it decided in one afternoon by a weapon the defenders never saw coming. The largest empire Africa ever built, brought down not by bigger armies but by gunpowder, distance, and a stampede that turned the wrong way.